back for running the marathon tomorrow. Give those volunteers a pat because they're really the ones who are making it all work for you. And I guess if I had to say what the highlight of the Olympics was for me, it was running down the LA freeway all by myself. You know, I look forward to telling my grandchildren that, you know, that's what I did in my life. I ran down the LA freeway all by myself. But ironically, again, I felt the most at home and at peace on the freeway because nobody was out there. It was kind of like being on the back roads of Maine where I trained. There isn't a lot of traffic, and I can go for miles without a car passing me, and that's the way I felt on that day in 1984. So may you all find your own freeways, and if we have a little bit of time, I'd be happy to answer a couple of questions. Are we okay, Denise? The Cape Elizabeth Run is the first Saturday in August, which I think is August 6th this year, but registration opens on March 15th. You can go to beach number 2, beacon.org. or to TD Bank North, and that'll hook you in. But if you're serious about running, I encourage you to look at the website on March 15th because we filled up in a week this year, and the year before it was a month. We're almost successful as the Space Coast Marathon. I mean, and the roads are very narrow and picturesque, and that's why we can't accommodate more than 5,500 runners, so it does fill up quickly. But how many of you are trying to run a marathon in every state? How many of you have run a marathon in every state? That's great. That's a real feat. And there are a lot of runners who try to run a race, not necessarily a marathon in every state. So if Maine is on your list, I would encourage you to come up and run that event. And we also have a couple of good marathons in the state as well. Any other questions?
What's your best marathon time?
What's my best marathon time? 2:21:21. Way back when. Don't ask me how I did it. I ran a race on Thanksgiving Day. The whole family ran, and it was put on by Dave McGilvery, who's the race director of the Boston Marathon and also the race director of the Beach to Beacon. And so I had to say a few words on the podium before the race began, so I found my spot, and I couldn't find my family numbers, so I just